Two young men in Michigan have been charged in what the FBI is calling an ISIS-inspired terror plot that was supposed to be carried out on the spooky holiday, which may have aimed to replicate the Paris attacks of 2015, where 130 people were killed. This time, it would be on American soil. Agents say that the 20-year-old suspects, Mohammed Ali and Majid Mahmoud, stockpiled AR-15 rifles, thousands of rounds of ammunition, and even tactical vests, all while discussing plans online for a Halloween attack, possibly at nightclubs, and sharing extremist and ISIS-related materials that encourage attacks similar to what they were planning. Now, this all played out in Dearborn, Michigan, which is home to America's largest Arab-American community. And now local residents are pushing back, saying that this looks less like a foiled terror plot and more like an overblown raid that is fueling Islamophobia. But if convicted, both men could face up to 15 years in federal prison and a $250,000 fine. Well, we spoke with former FBI agent Stuart Kaplan about what is behind this investigation.
In reviewing the federal criminal complaint in this case, it seems that the FBI developed information that seemingly was corroborated, that there were individuals that were inspired by ISIS. And keep in mind that these investigations do require and do have a lot of challenges to protect not only the integrity of a national security investigation, but also the sensitivity of the community. And it seems that these individuals were under digital surveillance as well as physical surveillance. And to that point, there were individuals that were traveling abroad, seemed to have some sort of alliance with individuals overseas that were inspired by ISIS. And those ideologies then, in fact, were utilized to infect or indoctrinate individuals, U.S. citizens that are sitting here in the United States, specifically in Dearborn, Michigan. And what was born out of that is you have a organized group that utilizes gaming platforms in an effort to try to remain covert, organize themselves, purchase a cache of weapons and ammunition in what seemed to be a confirmed planned attack to be carried out on October 31st, which is obviously Halloween. I can tell you, and I can speak very frankly, the FBI does not intentionally target individuals. They do not intentionally target groups. They do not intentionally target communities. What the FBI does is they develop information. And there are certain protocols in place that require the FBI through the Attorney General and through the Department of Justice that if, in fact, there is certain information that is developed, they're required to corroborate that information before they would carry out a full-scale national security investigation. And so any undercurrent to suggest that the FBI targets the Muslim community is just completely false. The FBI is inundated with information every day, and obviously they are required to go out and verify and corroborate or dispel that information. The reality is, and certainly I think we have seen it with the rise of anti-Semitism here in the United States with respect to the conflict between Israel and the Palestinians, that there is a lot of tension, a lot of divisiveness, and there's a lot of effort to disrupt our way of life, our democracy here in the United States. There are too many individuals abroad that would like to bring the United States to its knees. And this case may be a perfect example of ISIS trying to utilize their operatives to influence homegrown terrorism. With respect to whether or not ISIS is out there and targeting and trying to develop homegrown terrorists here in the United States, whether U.S. citizens or here on a student visa, That, in fact, is true. Unfortunately, or fortunately, the FBI operates 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and rightfully so. Most of the information that is known to the FBI, and certainly which rises to the level of a national security interest, remains top secret. And I can tell you, and I can speak from my own experience, that if in fact the general public was made aware of most of the information that is known to the FBI, most of us would be stifled to even be able to leave our homes because of the reality of threats that are out there that are known to the FBI. And so let me make it perfectly clear. There are operatives abroad and also here in the United States that are targeting our younger generation, trying to indoctrinate them, trying to inspire them, and trying to create havoc and mass casualties, such as carrying out a mass shooting that thankfully, in connection with the recent investigation in Dearborn, Michigan, was neutralized and it did not happen.